Hello, everyone. It is the Oracle of the World. I am the Oracle of the World. Welcome to Oracle of the Future. Okay, with that being said, today is July 9th, I believe. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yes, today is July 9th, okay, of 2025 as I'm making this video. So, this is my prediction and messages that you guys need to be aware of, be prepared for, and to be in the know. Okay, first off, anything that I share is not to bring fear or create fear. I'm not a fear monger, okay? But what I will always say, lead your life with courage and always have peace of mind. Anything that triggers a reaction of fear, let it go, okay? Digest the information that will inform you so that you can be prepared. Anything that comes with fear and all that, let that shit go. We don't live in fear here, only courage. Okay, with that being said, let's go. I have to remind people, okay? So this is my prediction. This is what I know. So do you guys are aware of this video that's going viral right now on social media? The mayor in Los Angeles. I can't recall her name, but I think her last name is Bass, okay, or Brass. Let's look it up. But basically, what happened in Los Angeles? It was a certain park that ICE raided. Okay, people was confused by it because there was like, okay, what's going on? And even the mayor didn't know why they were there because she showed up and she was trying to ask them, why are you here? She wanted them to be gone. She even spoke to one of them. I think she spoke to someone on the phone. I did see that in the video, and basically asking them, why are you here? So she was not informed of this ICE raid, okay, where they showed up out of nowhere. Okay, um later after that raid of ICE, she made it was like a press conference or a press announcement that she came and she spoke about it or what happened in her theory. She believed this was a test. She believed that this was her name is Karen Bass. Yes, she believed this was a test. She believed this was a intimidation tactic to cause fear onto the citizens and to, I guess, get them prepared to like normalize this. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna allow you guys to come into my city and intimidate my people and cause fear and make it seem that this is normal. It's not normal. The way that you guys are coming after these people, she just not for it, and I'm here for it because I stand with her, because what she stated is very, very correct, because I did have a vision about this. Remember I said about ICE. ICE is not about deportation and of illegal immigrants and getting the criminals out. This is not about that, you guys. This is something much bigger. They have a bigger plan at place. I mentioned that. So if you've been keeping up, then you know what I'm talking about. This is a bigger agenda. So Los Angeles was a big test for them. And even before I go any further with this, even the ICE agent that was there was one that the Fox 4 News, I believe it was Fox 4, that interviewed the one of the ICE agent that was there at that park. He basically said that, oh, well, I don't work for Karen Bass. I work for the federal government, and she needs to get used to it. That's basically what he said, because this is going to be normal. Like, he didn't say normal, he said he needs to get used to it. Yeah, he did say normal. He said you need to get used to it because this is going to be normal. So they themselves says that this is what's going to happen down the line. But it's not just about getting, illegals. That's what they are stating to the public. But behind the scenes, they have a huge plan that's been in the works for a while. I'm talking about decades, to take over. They want federal police on our streets, where we have curfew, where we have tags or bands or ID to indicate if we're U.S. citizens or not. Okay, it's more to the line with that, but this is just the beginner. Okay, they want to take over. Los Angeles was a test to see how the people react to them and to bring fear and to see how easy it is for them. So they need the reaction. They need to like see how they could go about it. So that was a test. She was right about that. But get this, they are trying to go to New York. They really want New York. So they're going to high populated cities that have a lot of people. It's not about illegals, okay, or immigrants or people who are U.S. citizens or not. It's not about that. Something much bigger here. Okay, pay attention. They want to take over New York. Okay, New York is a very big place. We know that. But there's something about New York that they want, and they need to take over authority there. However, there is something that is going pushing them back from doing that, because it requires the people, you guys, to stand up and stand together, as well in Los Angeles, like everywhere, not just in these high populated cities. The people needs to stand up against them. Protest loud and clear. Okay, loud and clear. And I got like a little protest mantra, which I'm going to say at the end. But anyways, you need to protest hard, because they really want to take over New York. If you don't want martial law, you don't want federal police on your streets and telling you guys here, there, and wear a tag and ID and all that, you don't want that, you need to stand up for your rights. Stand up for your rights and make it known. Okay, because they want New York. Okay, the New York mayor, his name is Zohran Mamdani. So he's a candidate to be a mayor or primary mayor or something like that for New York. And however, he has backlash from the U.S. government. Donald Trump doesn't like him, and other people has stated some stuff about him, but the people love him. So I already mentioned that he's going to be mayor. It is what it is with that. However, there's it's going to be pushback, like authority here, but there's something going on right here with the government and taking over. But this type of government is the federal ICE. Also, know that this bill that was passed gave them more funding. They got the largest funding out of everybody was ICE, and everybody's sweeping it under the rug or not talking about it enough. That should have raised a lot of eyebrows for people on why they got the most funding for what. And they're like new, right? They're not really like police or National Guard, military, or FBI, CIA. They're ICE. Why do they need all that funding? Again, it ties to a bigger plan that they already have cooking, and they need the money. They need the resources. Okay, so you gotta look deeper here. Okay, so my suggestion for the people, my solution here is, one, like I said, you need to be more informed. You need to be more aware of what's going on and what they are creating down the line. You're just thinking that, oh, they're here to keep us safe against illegal criminals, the ones that's taking our job. No, that's just propaganda and marketing. That is what they feed to you in the public, to those who who falls for it. Okay, those who don't care about that will never fall for it, but those who care for that will fall for it easily. Propaganda. That's just propaganda. They will use that rhetoric every time on a loop. They are criminals. They work for MS-13. They are cartels. They are draining our jobs. Watch how they speak. It's a loop. It's propaganda. Okay, but they don't want the people to wake up to see what's really going on, to see what their bigger plan is. Okay, this is much deeper and much grander than what you realize. It has nothing to do with deportation. It has nothing to do with illegals. It has nothing to do with immigrants. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. They use that as an excuse to administrate their plan. But you guys gotta pay attention. So the more informed you are, the more aware you are. Okay. The second thing you guys need to do, you need to stand up for your rights. In the Constitution, U.S. Constitution is the foundation, is the contract of you, the people, and you, the government. You have rights. Right now, the government is not upholding the right of the people, but you still have that right. So you need to stand up and say, hey, we the people have rights that's stated in this document, that our Bill of Rights is our right to bear arms, our right to free speech, assembly of speech. The 14th Amendment is our right for due process for anyone that's picked up by ICE. If you are in U.S. soil, it doesn't matter if you are legal or not. If you are a U.S. soil, you deserve due process. You deserve to be heard. So they are violating your constitutional rights. So that should be worrisome for some of you guys on why you guys are not standing up enough for your own rights. You have rights. Doesn't matter if the government choose to ignore it. It's still in that Constitution. That contract is still there. No matter what they say, it's still there. No matter if the Supreme Court overruled it, they can't overrule this Constitution. They didn't create it. Now check that. Mm.